touchlines. Today, the EPL is back. And if the EPL is back, we have one major game coming up. Man United against Arsenal. And I think if you've been watching our show, you've been hearing Sam and Prince going up and down about their teams and also a lot of banter going on. Today, the first game for them comes against each other. And we are going to speak with them. What should we expect, especially for Man United in their first game against Arsenal, playing at home with Sesko now in their team and a lot of signings? Arsenal, Gyökeres on the other side. So these are two strikers. Before the start of the transfer window, we're looking at Gyökeres joining Amorim and maybe Sesko joining Mikel Arteta. But now they've switched sides. So we'll look at them going into the season. What are they expecting from both strikers? How many goals are they expecting? And also, we'll go deeper into the game. Tactically, how should both coaches come up and what will be the scoreline? Don't forget to subscribe and also like this channel. We have a lot going on, especially with our fantasy league. The QR code will be below. The details will be for you to also join our Telegram group, join our fantasy league where the excitement also goes on. So let me start with Prince. Arsenal. Last season, you were second on the table, and I know every Arsenal fan was speaking of getting a striker in so that they can win the Premier League. This season, you have Gyökeres in your setup. Do you think he's the last key to be able to unlock your title-winning season?
Yeah. So I want to thank everyone for watching. And with Arsenal's problem and situation, just like we've all been criticizing Arteta to get a target man. Finally, the target man is here. We just hope and pray he's free from injuries. And at least we are going into a fixture that has two strikers going to lead the up front. From United end is Sesko, and from our end is Gyökeres. So I believe so that this is going to be a match that it's so much heavy for both fan base, because it's going to be like a bragging right to start off with the season, to start the season with. So we are all going to look forward to seeing our coaches respectively putting up a best lineup to suit the opponent. And with Arteta, I think Arteta should deploy some strategy that can help us, especially with the defense. You get it? Because we now have a Manchester United that has actually fortified their attack. When you look at the players that they brought in, you realize that most of them are in attack. And they are even looking at getting Carlos Baleba, who is also a defensive midfielder. So I think Arteta has a lot to do compared to the previous season that he had so much advantage with scoring Manchester United. I think this time around it won't be that easy for him, or it won't be that easy for us. So he has to deploy a strategic plan that we have to hold the back very well and should have a nice way of attacking and exploiting their flanks. So taking advantage of that. I believe so that Odegaard should come with his A game, because he is that creative mechanism that will help Gyökeres flourish up front, and also Martinelli and Saka from the flanks. At least be crossing in the balls to help Gyökeres get to the final third of the ball. So honestly, I just hope Arteta gets his tactics and his formation right for this game.
Okay, so you speaking of Arteta, I want to ask. It has been 6 years now, and Arteta is still in the Arsenal post. Going into next season, now he getting that key striker he needs. Do you think if it doesn't work out, especially not winning the Premier League, not winning the Champions League, or any major trophy, should Arsenal now look for a manager that can come in and end everything, making sure that they go to that level they need? Or you still believe that Arteta should be given the time to be able to make this team that great as every Arsenal fan is looking out for?
Okay, so if Arteta doesn't win any silverware this season, um, I'm not in the minds of the owners, but if I was to be an owner or a high shareholder in Arsenal, what I'm going to do is that I will still give him a season, that is one more season. As I've given him the season, I'm going to look for a replacement. So we have someone like Cesc Fabregas who is also interested in the Arsenal job from who is in Como now. I think the last time I chanced on his interview that he said that he will open up himself to coaching in a club like Arsenal. You understand? Because he used to be a football player over there. So, unless if he doesn't get anything this season, that's a third. I wish we could give him another year. That is like his lifeline when he doesn't win this time around. But once we've given him another year extra, um, we just look at getting a suitor who will be much better than him. Now, bear in mind, he has 3 years left on his contract. I think 3 years, yeah. He has 3 years left on his contract. So he should just do something this season so he can run out the contract. Probably they can extend it for him. He should leave a legacy that is worth discussing about at Arsenal.
Okay. So Sam, let's look at it from your end. Man United coming into this season, I think if someone told you that Man United would have 3 major signings, that would be key players coming in with 49 goals contribution, you wouldn't have believed. But as of now, we have Sesko, Cunha, and Brian Mbeumo in the setup. Do you think you would rate this transfer as a 10 over 10 for Ruben Amorim, especially going into a season there is no European football for him? And what do you think this would also bring to Ruben Amorim? Is there pressure, or would he have enough time to now set up his team for the next season or maybe 2 or 3 seasons?
All right. First of all, I would like to applaud Ineos for the fantastic job that he has done within this few months of joining Manchester United. You know, we all had this perception that the Arabs would have done a better job when they came in. So we were all fighting for them to come in. But Ratcliffe and his team has done impressively very well. Not just by the club side. It's more like a fresh start for the whole team. And for the transfers, even if we don't get Baleba, it's a 10 over 10 for me, because from where we came from, I wasn't really expecting any huge names to come into the team like that. So for them to be able to structure it very well to get players into the team, and you realize this time it wasn't because of high wages or high salary. We had basically nothing to offer. No European football. We're 15th last season, and as Amorim said, he was going in for players that really wanted to play for the club, not players that want something for the club. So we've been able to wrap up 3 transfers, 3 impressive transfers, and not just any players, but players that were targets for top teams, with the likes of Arsenal, Newcastle, big name. So it's a 10 over 10 for me in the field of transfers. They've done impressively very well, and I'm glad they are laying all the right tools down for Amorim. In a way, it puts pressure on him because he has no excuse now. The facilities are now A class. We have one of the best training facilities in the league now. So the table is being set now for him to make the right decisions, because we are playing only one match per week this season, and so there is not enough, or let's say there is no huge pressure based on the matches being played. So you just play one match, you sit, you recover, then you play the next match. So top 4 should be his target for next season, so he can move a step higher in the next season. So yes, there is pressure, and in the field of transfer, they've done amazingly very well. Yeah.
Okay. So now let's move into the game. Man United against Arsenal. Man United don't get to lose, especially to Arsenal in August, anytime the Premier League is being played or from the start of the Premier League. In their last 3 meetings, Man United has only won once at Old Trafford. And let's go into the game. Prince, coming from an Arsenal perspective, do you think this is a good start for Arsenal to get a good test with this Ruben Amorim setup, to be able to now have a stepping stone in challenging for the league title? And if you are Arteta, which players are you going to line up for this fixture to make sure that you can be able to beat Man United on the day?
I think with a question of test of the season, I think it's a good start for the season, because at least when you have some of these games that helps you manage now the squad well. So at least you get to know who plays next, who doesn't play next. At least this is a game that is not like you playing against Burnley or Leeds or some of these mid or down table teams. But this is a top team that was beef up its squad. So at least it gives you a room to want to really look at your team again. Be like, hey, do I need to quickly get this signing in? Do I need to quickly buy this player to solve this problem for while the season gets on? So it's a good game for the start of the season. And going into the lineup, I think just like our usual lineup, I don't know if he's going to start with Havertz, since Gyökeres is kind of new to the team. So Havertz knows the pattern and the system. So, but if you should start with Gyökeres, I think it's a better option than Havertz. Just that I don't know how guys would feel playing the ball to him, because that's a system we need to deploy now. We need to deploy a system that will have Gyökeres receive more of the balls. At least the target should be him. He's a target man now, so all the ball should get to him. And if it get to him, definitely he gets to make some, he gets to score some. So at the end of the day, he being a clinical striker, he's going to get the goals for you. So if we have Gyökeres up front, Martinelli at the left wing, and Saka on his usual right wing, in the midfield of Zubimendi, Odegaard, and Declan Rice, then we have the back line of Marcelo, Kelly, Gabriel, Saliba, and Timber. Then Raya. I think this is a lineup that should be able to win us even the league.
Okay, so you mentioned of Victor Gyökeres. The other time we spoke about how many goals you are looking at him scoring. Do you think he's going to have an amazing season in the Premier League? And looking at his first 10 games, do you think he can be able to score at least 5 to 6 or 7 goals in his first 10 games for Arsenal?
Looking at our first few fixtures we have, it's not that easy compared to the fixtures of Chelsea. When you look at the fixtures we have quite Man City. There's Man City in there. I think there's Liverpool in there. So at least our first few games, they are top games that we'll have to redefine the system of the team. We have to introduce a system that will favor the man up front. So I believe so that Gyökeres on a good day within the first 10 games, I think he should get his rhythm going, and at least getting 6 goals in the first 10 games or getting 5 goals in the first 10 games is a good start, because this is a new environment. This is not Portugal. This is not Sporting. This is a whole different environment. The English Premier League is very tough. The English Premier League demands so much from you. So I think this is an opportunity for him to reinvent himself that, yeah, I'm still a top striker. So let's just give him the balls to put it behind the net.
Okay, so you're saying it's an opportunity for him. I think yes, it's a good opportunity for him to also exhibit to the world that he's not just a goal scorer, but he can lead that is tougher clubs and also make sure that he gives them that goals and contributions he needs. So, now, as on this channel, we are telling you about a gaming promotion going on that is level up your loyalty with Game Center. With them, you make 4 purchases from them, they give you 1 free game. So you can see their flyer below. You call them, their number is 055 327 1541 and contact them on WhatsApp and speak with them so that you can get your free game from them. Tell them that you watch the channel and you're able to get the information from us. Sam, let's look at your team. Now, building a team, as you said, is a 10/10 transfer for you. Do you think the goalkeeping problem is something Man United need to look at, especially with Onana? Should Man United bring in a new goalkeeper, maybe within the season? Or you think Onana is a good goalkeeper to keep the team going? And also, in the first game, Mason Mount is performing well. Cunha is also performing well. Mbuemo performing well. Sesko coming back. Bruno Fernandes is also available. Which front three are you going to go for, especially against a team like Arsenal?
All right, so let me start with the goalkeeping department. Even before the transfer season, I remember saying that see them changing our goalkeeper this season. But during this transfer season, Manchester has been unpredictable. So you can't really tell if they will get in someone or not. For our goal keeping department, there is a huge problem. Our second goalkeeper is Bayern, which there are some times that I feel he lacks confidence also. With Onana, there are times he's overconfident and he does some things that causes the team and every transfer. It takes time. You can't just fix the whole issue in one transfer. The last season we had 2 big problems. That was our goalkeeping side and our attacking force also. And I think this season we've cleared that problem of attacking. So the next one should be the goalkeeping department. I'll be very happy if they get the Roma from PSG. I think he's quite experienced also. But is it realistic? Will it happen? That's something I doubt will happen because we have about if he comes in, that's 4 goalkeepers. So someone has to leave. Yeah. So it's I don't really think it will happen. So I'm sure we will still be stuck with Onana when the season begins also. So let's see how that will also pan out. And with that, our game against Arsenal, I don't really think he will start Sesko. Not knowing Amorim for who he is, I think he'll take his time to integrate him into the team. Even with Mbuemo and the pre-season, there was just he said he wasn't ready yet physically, so he took his time to really integrate him into the team. Looking at our pre-season matches, even the one that we played, the last one we played against Fiorentina, you will see our main targets. Mason Mount wasn't playing as a real number 9. He was playing like a false number 9. So it will take time for Sesko to get into the team, and there has to be a change of system if he comes in, because we now have to find him instead of the false 9, finding the 2 top 10. So it will take time. I'm sure the first 2 matches he won't really play. He will either coming to start. So I'm seeing the same Mbuemo, Cunha, and Mason Mount beginning or playing against Arsenal in the first match, and they've been really good throughout the preseason. There are some things that we still need to fix before the league starts. So yes, I'm just hoping these things will be fixed before the Arsenal game. Yeah.
Okay. So as you said, we are just hoping that Ruben Amorim getting this quality players can now make the Man United fans happy again, because I think most of the Man United fans weren't expecting massive transfers like that, and now it's all done. So they are waiting for a new season where they will kick off with Arsenal. I want to know your prediction going into this game as a Man United fan. What will be your match prediction, and also which player are you tipping to get a goal also on the day?
It's going to be a tough match, but it's sure win for Manchester United. I'm seeing either a 2-1 win or a 3-1 win for Manchester United. Goes from Ahmad, Bruno, and Mbeumo on that day will sum the whole thing up. So yes, it's going to be a tough match, but it's Arsenal, and we are going to teach them a humbling lesson on the first day. Yeah.
Okay. We are all waiting for that humble lesson to be given to us now. It will surely come on. Prince, from your side, your prediction for the game, and also one player you are tipping to get a goal also on the night.
I think this game will be a very tough game, honestly, from both sides. Looks so prepared. So it's either a win or a draw for us now. If it's going to be a draw, it should be a 2-2 draw. If it's going to be a win, I see a 2-1 or a 3-1 win, just like Sam said. And the goal scorer should be, I want to see a Gyökeres score a goal, at least to unleash the demon in him at the Old Trafford, at least to his former boss. So I see a Gyökeres goal. I also see a Saka coming in, scoring a penalty in there. And and last, maybe an Odegaard goal. So these three guys. And one thing I need to say is there's one thing about this Martinelli guy. I think for some 2 seasons now, usually he's the one who opens our goal scoring for us. So it might happen that he could also get into the scotches anyhow somewhere there. So let's just hope we get all the 3 points.
Okay. So both sides are hoping to get a 3 points, and also are hoping that surely they will be winning. But one thing I'm getting from the scoreline is both teams will surely score from both scorelines you give. So we are looking at this game. After the game, we'll do a full preview of the game, what happened, and also what we are expecting from both teams going forward. If you are on this channel, don't forget to comment, tell us your scoreline, and also one player you are predicting to score. And if it comes, we have a good gift for you. So thank you all for joining us on Tactics and Touchlines. And subscribe to this channel and get more football content as the season is starting. We'll be able to provide you everything you need on football, as my pundits are ready to give you in-depth analysis on everything about football. So thank you all for joining us.